Alright, try to do this again. Think I messed up the audio. But I'll try to do a dry fire series. And anyway, so this will be a dry fire drill to help you optimize your trigger control for, basically for new shooters or people getting into competition shooting that want to shoot faster but still maintain accuracy. So the name of this drill is from PSTG. That's Wanted Kim and Ben Stager and all them. But it's a new take on an old drill. So basically the drill is called trigger control at speed. But it's nothing like if you're familiar with shooting and you take somebody out and they're shooting and they're live fire shooting, but they keep dropping shots or they're shooting low left and they think the gun's messed up and they don't know what's wrong. So basically what you do is you put some live rounds in the gun and then you throw a blank in there or an empty shell casing, so that when they get to that, you just tell them to fire slowly, and then when they get to that third round, fourth round, whatever it is, you'll see them take the gun and do one of those. And basically, they're anticipating the shot, or their grip or their finger, their triggers all messed up or whatever. So one of the best things to do to show, or a drill to practice, is trigger control speed. So basically you just take the gun, iron sights or optics, and you pick a spot you hang a target or something, or pick a spot anywhere in your room, and you just stare, target focus on that little spot, present your gun with the proper grip. So slightly relax with your firing hand, and you want to control everything with your support hand. So your support hand is going to do most of the work, form most of your grip, the most pressure and all that stuff, and you want to relax with your dominant hand as much as possible. You pick the spot, you present it, you don't stare at the optic or at your sights, but you stare and you're aware that the sights are on your target. And then if you have a timer or you decide when to go, you basically get started on the outside, and when it's time to go, you just smash through the trigger. And like I did, I don't know if you could see it, but it slashed to the left, maybe because I'm looking right and I'm trying to be aware of what's on the left, or maybe I just have terrible fundamentals. So you can do that on the outside, or put your finger on the inside up against the back of the trigger guard, and then touch the trigger slightly. You kind of want to experiment with all different ways, but you basically want to smash through the trigger and see what your sights are doing. You want to be aware that they are as much on your target as possible and not moving around too much. And if they are moving, be aware of how they are moving. Are they slashing up and down, left and right, seatbelt pattern, so on and so forth. And then you just want to try to continue to keep it from moving as little as possible. And like I said, you just get as aggressive as you can and come back off. So you basically want to smash through the trigger and then come back off. Once you've been aware of where the sights are, you get them under control and all that, then you can start moving to doing the same thing, but adding some more shots, like some doubles, and see what the next shot's doing, or triples or bill drills, and see what the dot's doing. But you start out with the trigger control at speed, and then you go from there. And once you mastered all that, you can start incorporating the draw, the presentation, and once you're aware of the sights on your target, or once your sights are there, you're gonna smash through. And that's pretty much it. So this is a great drill for everybody. This is something I use. Like the other day I went out to live fire, and I was trying to get real aggressive and I was having some issues on some long distance target. So basically what I did was I stopped, unloaded the gun, presented, and started trigger control at speed to see what was my sights doing, and then kind of self-diagnosed and then went from there, and then kind of figured out what the proper trigger manipulation I needed for that distance. So if it's a fast and up close target, you're basically going there. But if I have a far 25-yard target or something, you're going to want to basically do the same thing, but you may be a little bit more careful of how your shots are. You may not be smashing them as fast, but you're going to be a little bit more. But you're still going to, not necessarily prep and press, but you're still going to treat the trigger the same way on your distance. Prep and press and smashing the trigger is a long topic that's debated. I'm not really trying to debate it or whatever. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But in most in competition and maybe real life situations, you're probably not going to present, prep, and press the trigger. You're probably just gonna come up and start smashing through before you're even on target. So this is a good practice to see what your trigger manipulation's like. So again, that's trigger control at speed. It's a great first drill to start off. Basically, anytime you're gonna do dry fire or live fire or new shooters, or if you're looking to develop more speed along with your accuracy for competition. So there you have it. Subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff, and thanks for watching.